Live. Okay, so fingers crossed, guys. We should be live on YouTube now. We should be live. I'm just waiting for the chats to come up. Hi, guys. Okay, I'm just gonna get a little bit of the old radio on in the background, if you don't mind. Um, it's always a bit quiet when you're just talking to yourself. So let's just. There we go. Okay, so listen, what we're looking for. So gold, as you can probably see by my chart, I identified a range. I was looking for buys above 33.53 and sells below 33.46. Future Frankie, alive and kicking. How are we doing, guys? I'm like today. Would you please explain your analysis of gold? Yeah, don't worry. I haven't started. I'm literally just starting it now. So, um, in fact, let me just get rid of everything off the chart. We'll get rid of everything. We'll start fresh. So let's go to the daily chart and we'll work our way through the chart and then we can look to take advantage of any opportunities that present themselves. So first thing that I was looking for on gold, trader Adrian Tudor, how we doing? Anna, how we doing? So look, daily resistance we can see is here. Daily support we can see is down here. So we're looking for the market in theory on the daily chart to either break out of its resistance or break out of its support for then a continuation either up to the next structural point, which would be here, or down to 31.76. So this is where we currently sit right now. Now, things we will need to identify are where's the highest probability trades, where they're going to occur. So we need to drop down the time frames to then identify where we can look to take advantage. So looking at the 4 hour, we can see that the market has come right up into 4 hour resistance. We look for the next 4 hour support, it's down here. So in terms of the 4 hour chart, we've got clean range all the way up to this next resistance level. So in theory, we could look for a contrarian trade against the current momentum of today, looking for sells. That's going to be more risky. Or we could look for breakout trades if we get a close above, or we could look for what I call the BPC trade, which is we look for a correction, buyers to come back in, then we trade it back up into the resistance level and hopefully for a continuation out of breaking out resistance. Looking at the 1 hour chart, we can see that that range has shrunk somewhat. We can see that hourly support we have priced in at 33.48. We've also seen that the hourly candle has broken out of that minor structure here and closed above it. So this is a setup for me and a bias to the upside. But before I make any decisions about going long, I want to have a look at a lower time frame still. I want to drop down to the 30. Hi Pa, hi Dr. RR, hi Guido, Fabian, Bercel. Listen guys on TikTok, forgive me if I don't acknowledge you all as you come in. It's just I'm trying to analyze the markets and explain it to those that are watching that are interested in the charts and trading gold. Um, this my perspective and this how I look to take advantage of the charts. So you can see the structure on the hourly has just been shifted down to here based on the 30-minute. On the 30-minute resistance, still remains the same. So we can put this in here. We see this candle closed above it and has given us a breakout setup on the basis that we've closed above structure, we've created a new high, and now we're pulling back. So we could look for a continuation above the high of this candle. Now, what risks can we see that are associated with buying on the break of the high of this candle? Well, we know that daily resistance is just 20 pips higher, so it doesn't really feed us with a lot of room to trade into. So the long trade that I was referring to, I'm just going to discourage taking that trade right now on the basis that we'd be trading straight into resistance. So what do I want to see? My bias is long. So I want to be looking for uh, hey Ali, hi Reze. Uh, join from your post. Nubian, how are we doing, guys? Um, the question now is how can we look to really take advantage? My bias is long, but I need to find a route in to take advantage of this, let's call it this momentum to the upside. So buys, I'm going to look for on a close above 33.62, because in theory that's us breaking out the daily structure, the daily ranges, the daily resistance. That looks like it's adjusted somewhat. Daily resistance was there, so we've tapped it. Let me just go back down, see why that's moved. Okay, so we get a close above here, guys. Yeah, I'm happy to trade that, and then let's have a look where that daily wick is. Okay, so that's what we're talking about. The range, 59 pips. So okay, we're good to go above the high of this candle. Got 59 pips, so we're looking to secure profits after 15 pips. So buy stops are going in above the high of plus spread. So this is what it'll look like. I'll show you in 2 seconds. Okay, open trade. I just need to get my auto break even set for 70 pips. Okay, so buy stops have gone in above the high of this candle here. YouTube, I can share the chart with you. It's about to trigger, guys. Let's get partial TPs. Or let's get partial TPs in at 10 pips. I'll take 60% of the position off, and then let's hope it runs. So on YouTube, I can share the screen. So there you go. YouTube, you can see the screen of the live trade. I don't know how to, let me see. Can I change the screen on TikTok? Fit to screen, fill screen, crop, rotate. No. Okay, so we've basically, this is the order that's gone in, guys. We've got this order in here, based off of 15. Stop is underneath this candle here. We're looking to fill that range here, 60 pips, with first TP being 10 pips. We're very close to being triggered right now. Very close, but not quite. On YouTube, if you want to check on YouTube, guys, you can see the chart. You can see the MT4 chart live on YouTube. Thank you for joining, guys, on TikTok. We got loads come in, and I just don't have the ability to say hi to you all whilst trying to focus on the charts. So I'm just going to try and click on say hi to as many people as I can as you come in. We're looking at gold. We're on the 15-minute chart. We have a buy order above the high of this candle here. It's based around, I'm going to bring up the rules so you can see the rules for this trade. So let me just go to text, and then I'm going to bring in my breakout long. So that breakout long, why is it not coming up? Oops. What is happening? Let's try again. Breakout long. Okay, so proper tech issues today. Breakout long. Ah, there we go. Finally. So look, there's the rules for, hey Lola, how you doing? Welcome from Jamaica. So do we have resistance? The answer is yes, resistance was here at 33.53.23. Did we get a close above? Yes, we got a close above with the 12:30 candle here. The next candle, do we have clear space above the high of that candle? The answer is yes, we've got 60 pips of clear space above the high of that candle. The next candle to wick down. Did it wick down first? Yes, it pulled lower, and now we're looking for it to break the high. Yeah, is this is the problem when I change channels, screens for YouTube, and I can't say I'm I'm just going to keep it all on TradingView because it just drives me nuts trying to double K about to take the same trade. Awesome, well done, mate. So why do I want it to wick down before it breaks the high? Simple explanation is if we think about a gun firing, if you want to fire a gun, you have to cock the revolver and then You have to cock the gun, pull the trigger, and then the hammer will go forward to project the bullet. If you want to fire an elastic band, you have to pull it backwards to let go for it to go forwards. If you want to fire a bow and arrow, you have to pull the bow back, let go of it to fire the arrow forwards. I have the same principles when it comes to trading. If I want to buy, I need it to come down to basically attract buyers at a lower price. And then if it does, we should see that momentum go on and push through new highs or push through new lows. Really, really simple analysis, but this is it's just simple set of rules, keeps you out of the shit, basically. So that's what I'm looking for. Um, Forgive the scruffs today. Literally, I've only just got Wi-Fi on about 3 minutes before we started the live streams. Yeah, we do teachings. We have so I do live stream 1 p.m. just for anyone to jump in from anywhere in the world. We run mentorship live streams 6 times a week for our members. We've got community. So yeah, we do have a bit. It's not a big community. It's a nice community. I don't let's say I don't really appeal to let's say the younger audience because I don't show off cars and spray champagne and do all that crap. Um, but our audience is predominantly, I want to say 30 plus. We do have some younger ones. I've got a kid called Junior in our community. He started with me when he was 12. He's now 14. Um, but yeah, so you can see that if you just go to, I'll drop I'm just going to drop something in the chat for you guys, and then you can have a look. Uh, So for guys on TikTok, if you're interested in um, any of my stuff, you can have a look at my Stan store. Link is there. We've got mentorship. There's copy trading. There's 2 day course coming up in London, June 28th, 29th. You have a look. There's free Telegram channels. We do all sorts. But yeah, pleasure, Thomas. Um, Thanks for joining, by the way, mate. I mean, I know trading isn't everyone's thing, and it's not exactly the easiest. It's a bit of a minefield, I would say, out there. You know, everyone wants to offer courses and do this and that, but I'll always do everything in-house, online, free, so you can see what we're doing. And if you like what we do, then by all means, you can come and join the community. Cheers, Thomas. Appreciate it. Whereabouts are you based, Thomas? Are you UK or are you overseas somewhere? Now, markets that we trade, in the morning we'll trade gold and the DAX and Scotland. Ah, nice, mate. Got one of my mates, believe it or not, he's heading down to Edinburgh right now, and look at that spelling mistake there. See, this is um, on his way for a date, believe it or not, all the way from Nottingham to Edinburgh for a date. That's a it's a long old way to go for a date. I said, can you get anything closer, mate? Um, I was going to say, must be very keen. Must be super keen. A nice 4 hour tr train journey or more. Okay, so while we're waiting for this to unravel, okay, so look, there's the rules, guys. There's the rules exactly why I'm taking the trade. So I'll just mark it on. So we're looking at buys. Sorry, I'm having to hold the mic because I've got YouTube in one thing and this one for TikTok. So I do apologize that buys above. Hold on. 33, 53, 33, 53.4. So that's looking for a breakout. Here we can look for sells. Let me just drop down to the 15 to check. Yeah, now look, structures here, but we also have this little bit area here. Now the reason I'd look for sells underneath here is because what you'd have is a change of structure. So look, if we've got highs here that have been rejected and then we break through, we have new highs. So if the market was to come back down and we break through this area, you've then got a new low. So what happened is we've got a miniature change in structure on a lower time frame, which is why I'd happily look for any type of breakout trade or BPC later down the line to trade it back down towards 33.27, which is for those technical chartists out there that use like old school patterns. It's like the neckline of an inverted head and shoulders. It's something that we highlighted on Friday in the live stream. But yeah, that's what we're looking for. And remember, guys, the objective with trading is not to place trades, right? The objective is to do what? I know some of you, and this is where most retail traders will start, the objective, and you feel like because you're looking at the charts, you need to trade. You'll do more damage placing more trades than you will by just sitting there waiting for the trade to come to you. Okay, so don't try and force things. Just sit tight, have rules, um, and wait for the rules to play out. Hey George, um, yeah, appreciate the likes and everything so far on TikTok. Yeah, the objective from trading is to make money. It's not to place trades. So the thing that you will do least of when it comes to trading is trading. Most of your time, most of your effort, most of your resources will be into finding setups, developing rules, working on your psychology to be disciplined. And the thing that you will do least of is trading. Okay? It's like anything that you do. Um, I just think of sports, for example. Okay, if you're a boxer, how many competitive fights will you have in a year? Yeah, most of your time will be spent in preparation, sparring, technical, nutrition. I used to do men's physique for 4 years. Most of my time was spent meal prepping, training, sleeping. The thing that I did least of was train, and the other thing that I did least of was get on stage. All right, we're getting very close to being triggered now. So the hard work goes in behind the scenes. So that's where you do your back testing or forward testing by using things like simulator kits. Um, AJML says quite a few rocking in right now. Um, Everyone on TikTok, just let me know where you're registering from. Are you UK, are you overseas, are you Europe, are you America? Where are you coming in from? We're just watching gold now. We've got a pending order in just above the high of this candle here. Elva Skyson, how we doing? Listen, why are these messages not coming through? Uganda, welcome from Uganda. Wilfredo, how you doing? Are we selling? No, I'm looking at buying. We're buying above the high of this. We've got a pending order in. If you go to YouTube, I can bring up the live MT4 screen because it's on one of my other charts. Um, I don't know how to switch it over on multi-guest co-host play together. Poll, goodie bag gift, subscription, fan club, live event, scenes. What's this bad boy? Camera. Uh, full camera, wide camera, split view. I'm not sure. No, so we're looking at buying. So the order is 33.60.20 basically. 33 uh okay, so my order is 3360.24. First take profit is 3361.24, $1, 10 pips. I'll scale half out and then I'll hopefully let it run. Okay, now when the trade triggers, I will go live. Yeah, I'll switch screens so you can see it on YouTube. In fact, I don't want to move it over just yet while we're waiting. I've got auto break even set at seven pips. So yeah, if it triggers, we're looking for that initial impulse of cash to come into the market. Let me just check something quickly. Monday, 2nd of June. Okay, so comics is opening in 9 minutes. Hopefully we can see the push. So on YouTube, I'm just going to switch it over to the live chart on MT4. We're just about to get triggered, and we are triggered now. So we are live, long in gold. So you can see this on YouTube, guys. I just don't know how to. Let me see if I can add source. No, I don't know. I don't want to screw things up while we're live. So, yeah, if you are on, there we go. So we've just hit. Oh, not yet. Very close. Okay, so break even and T1 has just been hit, guys. Break even and T1 has just been hit. We're 100. We're 12 pips up. So if you are watching, guys, that's break even. I'm just going to put second TP in at 25 pips. Now, there we go. I'm just going to lift the stop loss just above the entry price. And the reason I'm doing that is to cover any spreads. Okay, so we're 13, 14 pips up now, 16 pips. Okay, 17 pips. So we're just looking for the push as we come into COMEX. So we've gone with trend. It's coming back towards our entry price now, but we're still 10 pips up. Now I'll get ready to close another half if I see it come straight back down to it. Obviously break even is set. We're just above break even, so we can't lose anything. Yanira, hi, how we doing? 16 pips up. Good good boy has just joined the room. 18 pips, 20 pips. Let's push, guys. Now, I've given 25 pips second target just because we're with trend. I'm just trying to squeeze a bit more juice out of this one. There we go. That's 25 pips secured. TP2 just hit. Guys, let me know on YouTube what you've got banked. I just hit 25 pips with 22 up. If you want to see, guys, the trade is running live on YouTube. I just don't know how to change the damn screen on TikTok Studio, so I do apologize. Oh, hold on. What's this one? Add a source. It's not letting me add source. Um, oh, okay, so something's just come up. Window capture. Okay, add. Okay, maybe you're gonna see. There we go. So I've got three screens up now. I don't know how we're doing this, but so we're 30 pips up. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring my stop up underneath that, and I'm just going to move. So this is the 5 minute candle. I'm just locking profit in, guys, because I don't care what happens now. Okay, so you should be able to see we're 30 pips up. Okay. Oops, damn it. So let's see if I can bring it all down. Does that make sense? Oh, right. Is that, can you see everything on TikTok now, guys? I think it's all there. I'm trying to get it. I don't know how I did that then, but I think you should be able to see it. We're 24 pips up. Um, but yeah, we've just I'm about to get stopped out now for 22 pips. Okay, we're out of the trade now, or I'm out of the trade. T2 guys on YouTube, just let me know how many pips you banked. On TikTok, let me know how many pips you banked if you took the trade. If you didn't take the trade, no worries. We'll be back here tomorrow. I'm just gonna have a look, see what other opportunities will present themselves. So, um, and let's just go back to TradingView now on YouTube. Okay, Peter Cole T2 and out. Yeah, it's been a cracking day today. Uh, oops. Uh, yeah, I think from my perspective, I might take one more trade. Right, that can go now because we're out of the trade. We'll wait for the 30-minute candle to close because this is the daily structure, right, that we've broken above. We can delete this now. Let me just scroll back left. Yeah, we don't want to trade anymore actually. 63. There's 20 pips to the highs, but yeah, that's it. I'm out now. So I'm gonna wait for you made sells. Okay. Well, we just bought, we've taken our profits and we bought down here this morning. Um, we bought this candle here. Now, I'm gonna show you why we bought this candle here. Let's get rid of all of this. Okay, so if you went back in time, you see the candle consolidation here failed to move. Then we had a strong seller candle. Now, I'll just get rid of those rules, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my BPC rules. If you have a look at the BPC rules, so BPC long checklist, let's bring that on. Right, so you should be able, just let me know if you, I'll tell you what, I'll just make them a bit bigger so you can see it clearer back at home. So did we close above resistance? Well, yeah, overnight we just smashed through resistance. And through the European session, we just had a very strong move to the upside. We're looking for a minimum of two seller candles or two downrange candles. So look, downrange candle, downrange candle, downrange candle. Difference is this is a buyer downrange candle, so it shows us that buyers have come back in. Do we have an uptrend? Yes. Do we have a bullish candle close? Yes. Do we have clear candle space to the left-hand side? Do we have at least 20 to 30 pips? So if we measure from the high of there to the structure, we've got 43 pips. A nice, plenty of clear space to trade into. After the bullish candle close, wait for the next candle to wick down. So bullish candle close, next candle's wick down. We buy the break of the high. Buy stops above the bullish candle high plus spread. And okay, we got our 20 odd pips. Yes, it came back down, stopped me out at break even. But then, so what? We got another bite of the cherry. It's not about, you're never going to be able to bank everything. You're never going to get the highs. You're never going to get the lows. But you just want to be able to take something in the middle as we trade with momentum. Okay. So really, really simple trade there, guys. Even this one, really, really simple trade, securing 25 pips. It's job done. We've done it twice today now. Lola got two TP2 from Jamaica, Anna TP2, Peter Cole TP2. Frankie, you better tell me you got TP2. So guys, if you are on TikTok, the people I'm referring to here on YouTube, uh, some of these are my members, hence I know them. Um, uh, um, uh, yeah, so this is where we're currently sitting right now, just using very simple rule-based process. Um, so very, very simple, guys. It's not like we're using any crazy rules. It's just disciplined trading, focus on the process, and the prize will follow. Okay. All right. Um, Frankie T2 and break even. Well done, pal. Well done, pal. That's what I like to hear. Um, okay. Let's. There's gonna be no trades on the DAX. I'm gonna sit tight for gold right now. We need to see gold break out of this structural point. And if I'm going to look for longs on gold, realistically, I need to see a rotation lower now. I don't want to just jump into another long here. If, hold on, how far is it moving? $20. Yeah, realistically, I need to see it come up, then pull back, and then look for a trade. That's going to be my preference. $70 up on the day. I'm not really feeling it up here. Let's see what's happening with the NASDAQ. We do have news coming out of the US at 3 o'clock. It's ISM manufacturing, forecasted 49.3. Now, look, when it comes to those type of numbers, that 49 can't be seen as a positive number, even if it is an uptick from the previous month of 48.7. The reason I say that, fundamentally speaking, uh, 49 is showing that the market is in contraction, not expansion. So anything below 50 is contraction. Um, Even if it is a better number than the previous month, it's still effectively the market still going backwards. So let's take a look at the daily chart. What do we see for the NASDAQ? Are we going to get any opportunities here? Okay, don't like um, Thursday and Friday's candles. Doesn't really fill you with confidence, does it? Where you see a big move up, close lower, then Friday's a big move lower, and then close where it opens. So very indecisive. We need to see some concrete movement, I would say, outside of that range. Um, to make a decision on the NASDAQ. Let's have a look at the 4-hour chart, see what we see. Okay, so we're getting a slightly different picture on the 4-hour chart. We've got resistance here, and we have resistance here, and we have clear candle space to trade into here. On the left-hand side, if we look at support, we've got support here, and then we have next level of support in here. So we've got some clear candle space here based off the 4-hour. We're looking at it's that 220 pip range, so big range there, and then we've got 400 pip range there, so lovely. Drop down to the hourly chart. Let's have a look, see what we've got on the hourly. Tanya, how we doing? Ali3, how we doing? Red and white, hi. Flying Kitty, hello. So yeah, guys, welcome to the live stream here on TikTok. We have taken one trade on gold. We banked and secured 25 pips. Now we're looking for maybe an opportunity that might present itself on the NASDAQ. So right now we've got consolidation here and consolidation here. So all this range between 21,400 and 21,060 is just a no trade range for me. Let's have a look at this here. So I'm just going to pop the resistance up to 21,470 or 4167 because we've got minor support, minor resistance coming here. You could look at breaks above this area, but breaks above, you've got wicks and small bodies, so I don't like it. Even underneath here, what's that? 21,333, 21,333. Okay, so you got 80 pips. There's potential for a sell underneath this support level here. So this is going to be a no trade range for me. Let me just mark on the no trade range. So that's going to be a no trade range. Okay, not interested in trading anywhere in there. I could look for sells below. Mohammed, how we doing? So sells uh, below 21.3. Oh, missed one out. 21.135. And looking for buys. Oops. Buys above 21,467. 21,467.5. Spa 50B, hello. Snowy Princess, how we doing? Bonnie, I don't think that was. Jefferson, Eric Tan, how we doing? Okay, so the orange box is no trade zone. No trade zone. Not interested in anything below there. Um, if we get a break and a close below that zone, we've got 76 pip range there, and we have a 156 pip range there. So up here, 156 pip range. So plenty of room to trade into. And down here, we've got a 70 pip range. Again, plenty of room to trade into, only looking for 20 pips first target. So it just depends how we get a close below or a close above. Obviously, if the close above comes right up to the resistance level, not interested. If the close below comes right down to the support level, I'm not interested. So it's just, you've got to sit there. And like I say, I can only repeat this so many times, which is we have to wait for the market to come to us. We don't chase it. Gold, we're sitting tight now. We're not doing anything. We took our trade as it broke these highs. We've secured our profits, so we're done on gold for now. I'd look for sells below 3344.4. Okay, happy to do that. Hi, Call. How we doing? Rouse, audio is very low. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Appreciate that. It probably doesn't help. Probably doesn't help as I move my mic around. Let me see if I can. So, primary microphone. Let's see if I can give it a. Just let me know if that's any better. Is the audio increased? Razu, is the audio any better? Hi, Leo. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. Thanks. Thanks for letting me know. Okay. So yeah, NASDAQ. We were just looking at. Um, Hi guys. Hey Mayo. Brilliant. Thanks for letting me know, guys. Obviously, I don't know what the audio is like unless you let me know. Because I am running through YouTube on this one, and this one I'm running through TikTok. So I do apologize. And as I move my hands around, it's probably going to distort the audio a little bit. Um, Bro, are we selling now? We're not doing anything right now. We're not doing anything. So what we're looking for is either a move above 21,467. So I'm just going to put an alert in. Um, so let's get rid of that one. So message. So I always want a message to come up when it crosses the price. I just put breakout long. So if price goes above there, I'm going to get notified. And if price comes down here, I'm going to get notified as well. So let's change that one. Message. We're going to look for breakout short. Now, if you are new to trading, guys, the quickest way for you to have any success and become consistent is create a rule-based system. And the reason I say that is because without rules, you're going to react purely based on emotions and impulse. You're going to see something moving, you can go, oh, shall I? Yeah, right, okay, it's going up, right, let's buy it, and then it'll just spin round. Whereas if you have something that's rule based, it's very black and white. It's an if done process. If this happens, we do that. If that happens, we do this. And if that happens, I do nothing. So for example, look, if I just say to you, right, buys above 21,467, I'll just say, right, I'm going to look for a breakout long. Oh, I've done the wrong one. I'm going to look for a breakout long. So what does it mean? What do my rules stipulate? So we go, do we close above resistance? No, we haven't. We're still below it, so I can't take the trade. So let's say it closes above resistance. Okay. Oh, I've pulled up BPC. 1 second. There we go. So have we closed above resistance? And if we haven't, then we can't do anything. Once we've closed above, do we have clear space? So look, left-hand side, nice big clear space, big candles, and we know it's clear space because we've just measured it. It's 156 pip range. Okay, so then once we've closed above, then we've identified we've got clear space. The next thing we need to see is the next candle move lower. So I want it to wick down. If it wicks down, then I place a buy stop above the candle that closed above the resistance levels high. plus spread, and then we look to manage our trade accordingly. So depending who you are, like my members, they'll all have different kind of rules based on how they manage the trade because everyone's risk tolerance and appetite for risk is different. So you have to look at what your results in the past have generated and think about you as a person. So we have a generic sort of like stop and target and how to manage it. And then as you become more experienced, then you'll adjust your stops and targets based on maybe trend, based on how much you're risking, maybe even based on the day of the week. So very, very different scenarios for people. Um, right. While you're online, guys, right, how many of you on TikTok and YouTube are currently trading a live account? And how many of you are trading? And if you are trading live, is it your personal funds or is it a funded account? Uh, yeah, on TikTok. Yeah, you can check out my store there, guys. So we do offer mentorship within and when I say mentorship, it's more what we're doing right now, but it's live stream 6 times a week. We do the London Open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we do the New York Close Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. New York Close being more around swing trading. Community obviously is there for members to share trades, ask coaches for advice on things that they're looking at in terms of structure, setups. Is it correct according to our rules and our systems? And if it is, then obviously Tizer's trading funded. Who are you trading with, Tizer? Okay, funded, more funded traders. Hey guys on YouTube. Good. Hey Edwin, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, we've taken a trade on gold. We've had 25 pips secured. Um, so I believe uh, everyone on YouTube did very well. I'm not quite sure. Comet Capital, local South African broker. Ah, Tyser, you're based in South Africa. Whereabouts? Love that country. Worked in Joburg for about 18 months. Guys, if you've never been to South Africa, it's a stunning country. Amazing people. You're based in Joburg. Love it. Had some had some wild times there. Yeah, very, very wild times. Amazing people, amazing food. Okay, so yeah, we Edwin, as you missed the trade, I'll just run through it. All right, so we had a break of structure. We had a close above, next candle wick down. We bought the high of this candle. We took 10 pips, then we took 25 pips, and then it came back and took out the remaining 25% of the position just above our entry price. So, hey Sid, welcome buddy from Jamaica. What's good, family? Uh, Aussie USD buys from last week is up 8%. Let's have a look at Sid's Aussie USD buys. This for me is I don't look at FX so much these days. Well, that's your payout secured. Where you said somewhere around here, or did you come in right at the lows? See, if I was just looking at the structure, right, this is what I'd see. Here's main structure. Here's your candle close above. We pull back down, buyers come back in, wick down, we buy the break of the high. Real simple stuff. And that's what I'd be looking at. And that is about 4% up. So if that's what I was looking at, but I'm not. I don't trade Aussie USD. But that is how I would look at it. Bird Vision, how we doing? Money moves. Hello. Um, right. Uh, Gold, we just have to sit tight now. It's done its moves today. NASDAQ, all this orange zone is a no trade zone for me, right? I'm not interested anywhere in that orange space. So we've just set alerts above 21,467 and we've set alerts below 21,135. Outside of those parameters, I'm interested. Inside, I'm not interested, okay? Unless we get nice big strong move to the upside, it creates clear range to trade into, and then we can look for a range trade back down. But as it stands right now, what I see in front of me, I have zero interest trading anywhere within those two price points. Yeah, it's a big old space. It's about 330 pips, but yeah, not interested. 64.15 from Jeez, man got a tight entry. Well done, Sid. That is a tight entry. So other trade we can watch for on gold is sells below 33.44, which in turn could take us back down to the pattern I was referring to last week, which is this inverted head and shoulders. Now I don't trade these, but look, there's your left shoulder, there's your head, there's your right shoulder, here's your neckline. So you see the market's come down, it's done this. Now we've come up into this structure point here. Wouldn't surprise me if we reverse back down into here for our next move higher. Now, when you look at, forgive my scribbles, um, let me see. Oh, right. If we're looking at those scribbles, something to realize is that if price is going to, let's say, abide by old school technical charting, then there's your neckline, there's the distance. What you would expect is price to move something in that region. And if it did, that what we'd look for is we'd go left and we'd look for structure and see, right, okay, look at that, come straight in at the structure. So maybe we are going to see some classic charting kickoff here. Yeah. Do you have signals or community so I can start profiting? Yes, we do have a community. Um, I mean, look, I trade live in front of people here, but I trade live every day with our community. And within our community, I am sending live setups as they unfold. Whether I take them or not in the community is different, but I will share the setups. I generally just trade around the live streams, so I wouldn't like you to think otherwise. But yeah, I send out, if you go into um, MCFC, haha, Man City, I'm guessing MCFC from Main Road. I don't know your name, but Bud, you can check my stand store out there. Um, I've just I've just shared a link, Tizer, an MCFC. I've just shared a link to my stand store, so you can have a look there. There's an offer at the minute on the community from 147 a month down to 97. Um, so that's in at the minute. There's a free Telegram channel as well. Don't post so much in there. Um, I do put a few things in there, but predominantly anything that I do free is here on YouTube and TikTok. So I just think people will get more from me being live on TikTok and YouTube than they would if I'm just sat writing a few charts and a few things and posting it on a free channel. I think you get more from it by sat here asking me questions about a chart and what am I looking at. So, yep, that's what I would expect if price is going to continue higher based on old school technical charting. You can see that. And remember, why do people give names to patterns? It's not the only reason people give names to patterns because it's easier to remember something when it's picture association. So if I tell you this is a higher low and that's a higher high, you're probably not going to remember it. But if I said to you it's an inverted head and shoulders, and then said to you, right, why is it an inverted head and shoulders? It's an inverted head and shoulders because, oh, they've moved it. Because we have this. Now, probably that makes more sense because you can see the head and you can see the left shoulder and the right shoulder. They're horizontal here. Now, the neckline doesn't have to be flat. But if we were to invert that, then that's how much we would expect the next move to be. So whatever the distance is between the neckline and the head is what you would project the market to move, which is why I've put in that horizontal at 34.25. Okay, does that make sense, guys? So, and if you are just coming, guys, remember, I'm not a big advocate for like loads and loads of trading. Um, it's you find your trade, you trade it, and then you come back to the next session, or if there is another setup on a different market or a higher time frame, then cool, we can trade it. But don't just sit there and think, right, okay, we've got to trade, we've got to trade, we've got to trade. No, you've made your money. You come back. Oh, one sec, guys, my dog wants to come in. Come on. Otherwise, he's going to scratch the shit out of the door if I don't let him in. It's also have an IF if VG if the charts become bearish on the I oh uh, all right. Um, I you've done some smart money concepts, I guess, because you're talking about fair value gaps. Is that what you're talking there? I don't touch any smart money concepts. So, but oh, cheers, bro. Yeah, I wouldn't normally sit here as scruff bag as I am today, but I do apologize. I was just been trying to get Wi-Fi sorted, just changed everything over today, and it literally went live about 5 minutes before we were due to go live. So I've just been a little bit stressed in the house this morning. Right, let's just see what's going on with gold. So ideally, we're going to have a pullback and then we can start to look for some BPC trades. This is why I'm losing my head at trading. Want to learn break, retest, trade. Look, I mean, look, break and retest is everything's that. All I would say is you want a system that is very, very simple for you to understand and follow. Because look, the two best times for you to trade, right, are going to be as liquidity is in the marketplace, which is European Open or US Open. That's the most time that there's cash in the market. If you want to be let's say, a set and forget trader, then you want to understand swing style trading. Now, that's what our evening sessions do with either Nolan or Adam. They're going to guide you through a simple set of analysis rules where you can identify swing setups, and then they'll give you trade ideas and how to manage it as they progress. So those trades they'll probably run for anything from let's say, I don't know, 3 days to maybe 4 weeks. Whereas my trades will typically last about 10, 15 minutes. That's the difference. Um, but yeah, it's just literally just stay disciplined, and obviously I don't know your name, but obviously being a football fan, like I say, if it doesn't matter what sport it is, the thing that people will do the least of in their profession is actually the profession. So footballers, the thing that they will do least of is play football. The thing that they will do most of is train, sleep, rehab, nutrition. You look at all those things that they do in order to get into their prime physical condition to play the 90 minutes is everything that goes on behind the scenes. So you as a trader, you need to have that same mindset. The thing that you're going to do the least of is sit here and pull a trigger. I sit here and be on live stream for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I might place a trade once, I might place a trade twice, I might not even place a trade. Um, but my rules and my systems, I know them inside out. But I always pull up, the rules. for you guys to see. So I don't hide anything. I don't do anything different to what I'm showing you online to when you're in the community. There's no point. There's no point me going, haha, yeah, tricked them with that. I don't really do that, but in the community, I do this because how stupid's that? Yeah, what you see is what you get. There's no difference. Uh, yeah, like a doctor, like a surgeon. Exactly. And I say this a lot of times, which is, and I'll probably say it every live stream, which is when you're trading, you want to think of yourself as a pilot. And there's a really good analogy. I'd rather be a pilot on the floor wishing I was in the air than a pilot in the air wishing I was on the floor. So when you're placing a trade, do your pre-flight checks. So be like a pilot. Do your pre-flight checks. So let's say we want to do a breakout long. Right, let's pull in the rules. Do we see breakout long? Oh, we're going wappy again. What's going on? There we go. So here's my pre-flight checks for a breakout long. Do we see resistance? Do we have a close above? Do I have clear space to the left-hand side? If I do those three things, the next candle I need it to wick down. If it wicks down, then I put a buy stop above the previous candle high plus spread. It is simple, guys. The hardest thing to do is stick to the rules. That's it. Yeah, the hardest thing to do is stick to the rules. So, for those of you that like trading, feel like it's a bit lonely and want to learn a little bit more, have a bit more of a supporting hand in it, then visit my store. You go to Stan Store. I've put the link in both YouTube and TikTok. So click on Stan Store. You'll see everything. We have instant funded accounts who we recommend, and we say use Instant FX Capital. And the reason we Yeah. Mate, I can't stand dirty charts. I literally have 4 or 5 lines tops. That's it. The reason we recommend Instant FX Capital is because it's like trading your own account. You have to go through KYC and AML, so you're actually buying a physical account and depositing into your account. You're not just buying a demo account. Then you are able to trade through news. If you don't want to play stop losses, you don't have to. Obviously, that's your choice. And ultimately, if you don't place stop losses, the likelihood of you getting an account blown is very, very high. You can hedge. You can run EAs, you can do pretty much anything. But if they see that arbitrage is being taken, is being used, then obviously they're not going to allow that. But everything else, it's like it's your own account. There's no daily drawdown limits. There's nothing like that. So if you're looking for a funded account where you can literally trade like it's your own account, then they're the ones to go to. You see that in my stand store. Uh, so yeah, just waiting for the markets to just turn around and give us a little bit of something. Because don't you see trend line or look, you can use trend lines. I see them. I used to trade like that. I just don't anymore. So I mean, look, this level now doesn't need to be in. That was in just to show someone that was here earlier. Um, there's my support level. Okay, so now what I'm looking for is if we can have, let's say, another bearish candle that takes out this low and a big one, then we have a bullish 15-minute candle. I'll look to buy that and continue the trend in the direction. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. That's what I want to see. Encourage more viewers to share. Um, give me, hey, Peter Armand, Sheriff, what do you mean, buddy? Or I when you say encourage more viewers to share, what do you want me to ask them to share? I'm new to this, so I'm new to this social live streaming, etc. So I don't know how to get it to work. So you give me the clues. and I'll try and follow suit. And maybe in a few months we'll have a wicked live stream going where it's all running smoothly. Um, yeah, we just took one trade on gold, Peter Armand. We banked 25 pips, so that was nice. I am looking for a BPC setup on gold. Should we remain above 33.44? Just went to have a peek at your standstill, and it closed this YouTube one to watch for. It closed this YouTube. I don't know what you mean, Frankie. Oh yeah, because it'll take you. Yeah, yeah, because it'll take you out of. But I can't. Okay, so basically, Frank's saying if you click on the link, it'll take you because it's an external link. It'll take you out of the the platform that you're currently running on. You just have to log back in. It's nothing too. What's the instant funding? So the instant funding is it's basically a funded account, but if you click on Instant FX Capital, it will tell you all of. I recommend them because a lot of my members are using them. If you go onto YouTube, there's quite, in fact, Peter Armand, who's in TikTok right now, MCFC Main Road. Um, he's had a payout. He's had $1,600 payout from Instant Funding, Instant FX Capital. Frank, who's asking the questions on YouTube, he's had a payout. Who else have we got on YouTube? Is Anna in YouTube? Is she in today? Yeah, Anna's in. She's had T1, T2 today on YouTube. She's had a payout. Lola won a free account. I'm not sure if she's had a payout, but Rupee's had a payout. YouTube is, in fact, it's just trade and train. If you just search Mark Owen or trade and train on YouTube, in fact, probably best not to search Mark Owen. You'll probably come up with take that. But if you search Mark Owen trade and train, it'll pop up. Yeah, and the beauty is with Instant FX Capital as well. Once you, because there isn't daily drawdown limits, as you make 5 or 6 or 7%, your drawdown is now 15% or 16% or 17%. So it's not moving up with you. So that's where these prop firms, they really do trick you into that like false sense of security. You make 5% and your drawdown's coming up with you, and then you get walloped. So it's always nice having these companies that are a little bit more flexible. They want you to win on your terms, basically. Obviously, there's still going to be the same issues. You still have a 10% drawdown, but it's just stay disciplined. Stay disciplined. There's no better platform for you than that one. Mark Miller, how you doing? Uh, Barony Jasha, how we doing? Jimmy, Matty. Welcome. So we're just looking for more downside on gold right now, and then if we can get, ideally, I want to see a relatively big 15-minute candle here, and that will give us clear candle space to trade into to the upside. If we get that, and then followed by a 15-minute bullish candle, then that'll be a classic BPC setting. So look, I'll share with the BPC long so you can see what the rules are. There you go. So there's the BPC rules. So do we close above resistance? Well, this was the old resistance. Yes, we closed above it. Do we have two seller candles or downrange candles? Um, we don't at the minute. We just have one downrange. This candle is currently a downrange candle, but it's still live. So it could finish as an engulfing candle, outside candle. But predominantly, I would say it's going to finish as a downrange candle. Matty, doing well, thank you. Abshir, how you doing? Um, yeah, so this is running how I would like it to run. Okay. Uh, um, expect to see this potentially come down, and then if we have a buyer candle, then we'll look to buy the high of that because as it stands right now, we've got 80 odd pips, so it looks good. Benjamin, How are we doing, guys? Uh, who who's logged in on YouTube? What countries are we in? Mr. T, how are we doing? What countries have we got on YouTube? What countries are we logging in from on TikTok, guys? Just let me know where you're from. It'd be great to know. Obviously, we got Uganda earlier. Victor the Vamp has just come. Watch out, guys. Ah, thank you, guys. Yeah, so right now we're just waiting. No setups. Let's just revert back to the NASDAQ. We've taken our one trade. We hit targets, so all good. NASDAQ, the orange zone. I am not doing anything in this orange zone. Not buying, not selling. I'll happily sell below 21,133 and I'll happily buy above 21,467. But we have to wait for the setup. Live on the Wirral, but from Manchester. Nice. Pete Wirral's lovely. Peter Almond, you got another trader near you there, pal. Should should have a look at doing something in Manchester. Seem to see quite a few people from Manchester joining live streams. Might do a trading day in Manchester. Yeah, love it. Fantastic. Okay, yeah, I'll let you know if I can organize something. Commander Chief, gold looks like it's forming a monthly top wick. There's no bottom wick as of yet. Okay, Commander Chief, great. I like that analysis. Okay, what does it tell you if there's no bottom wick? I mean, you have to remember as well that we are one day into June's trading calendar. If there's no bottom wick and it's just gone straight up, there's only one type of trader in this market right now. Now, there's all we've seen since the open last night is there's buyers. Yeah, that's it, just buyers. And we can't say anything other than that. Now, if price breaks these support levels down here at 32.85, then I'd expect price to rotate lower. Now, if we look at the daily swings, I'm just going to mark on the daily swings. Hey, Rob, how you doing, mate? Let's have a look at the daily swings. You've got the high here, we've got a lower high here. You got a low here and a lower low. So you've gone low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Okay, now we have higher low. This high is really, really important because if we break that high, you've now got a change in trend on the daily. I'd expect to see this happen. Does that make sense, guys? Okay, Anna, I'll have a look at that. Thanks, darling. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's the good old what do you call it? SMC, choc, change of character. Is it character? I can't remember what they call it. But yeah, that's that's what's happened. If it does break that high, expect to see more upside. Listen, all I can say is when you're looking at things, people will try and reword and repackage things in a different way to make it sound sexy and sizzle, um, to get people into it. At the end of the day, it's just simple, right? It's just simple. If the market creates a new high, then guess what? More buyers are involved. You don't know it's going to be a false break until after the event. Anyone that tells you they know it's going to be a false break before the hand, they lie. No one knows false breaks happen until after they've happened. Yeah? It's impossible. Absolutely impossible. Which is why you need to have a set of rules that will allow you Violation detected and live show. Uh, uh, question, guys. Uh, Something's just come up, and I don't know if it's real or not. Um, is ha right? I tell you, I was just like, you guys, jokes. Do you know what? I can't tell. That's why I was like, hold on, violation detected. All right. Cheers. I was like, I looked at it, I thought, is that real or not? But when you click on it, it just turns out it's Dexter by all accounts. So thanks, Dexter. Joke was you had me. Um, Pavin, how you doing? So yeah, just keep it nice and simple in terms of how you read market structure. We don't have to do anything crazy and wacky. And once we see change in structure or continuation of structure, just trade with that market momentum. So right now, um, there's going to be no BPC trade, I don't think, because look, yes, we're going to have a downrange candle, a second one, but I don't think we're going to have enough room to 38 pips. No, I'm not gonna look for a trade there, guys. Can I use instant funding with your hands-free? So the hands-free trading, it's not actually so the reason I say look at the hands-free trading, yeah, you can use anyone's hands-free trading there, um, but it's a really good setup there um, with the hands-free trading. And this is where I think that, any trader that is really taking this seriously should look into copy trading themselves, not to copy people, but to generate extra revenue. Okay. And the reason being is if, let's say you're making, I don't know, a few percent here and there. Um, I know there's people talking telephone numbers out there, but forget the telephone numbers. If if you are generating anything from 2 to 4% a month, I know you hear crazy stuff online, but let's say you're doing 2 to 4. If you're doing 3% a month, every month on average, you're making 50% a year, which is outperforming the stock market by 5 times. You will then be able to attract any serious investor very, very easily. And by using one of these copy trade platforms like I've just got in my store, you build up a little track record with them for over 6 months, and you can then just share your link with anyone, post it anywhere, and you can then reap the rewards of profiting off other people with all regulations covered, done through the broker. So you don't need to register as a hedge fund, you don't need to set up anything other than you just continue to trade your own account as normal. Now, that for me as a new trader, God, if I had that when I first started, that would have been amazing. Right, guys, I'm going to stick around for another couple of minutes and then I'm going to make tracks because we've taken our one trade today and I don't really see anything setting up in the next half an hour for me right now. Uh, yes, you could look at this as a BPC trade because it is two downrange candles. So if the next candle gives you a bottom wick, you can buy the break of that high if you want. It meets the rules. I did just measure it. I think there's what 38 pips to the highs. So yeah, if it creates a bottom wick, you can trade it. But I won't be trading it. Like I said, I'm pretty much done for today. If it creates a new high, would you not be worried about the wick to the left? Um, on the daily chart, this one that's marked in. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm look, if we were trading and if I was going to take this, you've got 38 pips to here. I'd probably be in and out by the time it got to this high. I might have 10% of my trade still running. And then as it gets to here, I'd be definitely all out. If it because the way I look at a candle is if that is your oops, if that's your, let's call this one a bullish candle, right? So this is your body. So down here, if this is your liquidity and this is your range, meaning that as price drops, it attracts buyers to then push price higher and follow through, and there's your range. Now, I call this the range because if the next candle moves down, it attracts buyers. I would expect the next candle to fill the range of the current candle. Okay, I would expect it to fill, and I would expect it to break it if we're in trend. Doesn't mean it's going to close above it, but I'd expect it to break it, and then it could just reverse. Because more often than not, anytime candles break the high, that is where you see false breaks, but you don't know. See, look, this one here broke the high, and then it's reversed. Now, we were already in the trade and we've exited by then. So if anyone's looking at placing this trade now, you're probably close to triggering. You're trading with the trend. It would make sense. Okay, so that's how I would look at that's how I'd look at it. What are you trading? It's gold or something else? Yeah, gold. Sorry, guys, it's gold. But yeah, I am. I wouldn't do anything now until we get a closure above this 33.65 level. Alternatively, I'd be looking for BPC longs if we get a nice 15 minutes kind of done for me now, so I'd want the 30-minute to produce another bearish candle and then another bearish candle on top of that. And then I'd be looking for buyers to come in above that. And then we can look to start to trade with the trend. But as I said, guys, it's 20 past 2 now. I'm going to call it a day. I'm done for today. Thank you for taking the time to join me on live stream, whether that's on YouTube or on TikTok. BPC just means breakout, pullback, continuation. Um, it just saves me writing a paragraph for the for the type of trade. So breakout, pullback, continuation. Bottle Matt, thanks for asking. Guys, have a great day. Edwin, have a great day. Enjoy the day, and I'll see you all tomorrow at 1 p.m. if you're around. So tomorrow, I'll see you at 1 p.m. for another live stream. Bye, guys. Take care. Have a great day. Thomas, see you, pal. Thanks for logging in. Take care. Bye bye. YouTube, if you can remember just to give us a like, a follow, share, and subscribe. All of that nonsense always helps. Appreciate it, guys. Take care. Bye bye.